I heard you guys like art, heard you guys like gamer girls, and I heard you guys like to have an MMO that you can all just sink your teeth into and be at home and be at peace. Well, we got that in this video. Well, we don't really have an MMO that you can do that, but we're going to talk about that. Be right back. What is up, my legends? It's Scion, and this is going to be a very, very good MMO show. It's been a while since I've actually done an MMO show, so this is going to be fun. Alright, first of all, you have to shout out the fact that we are at 20,000 subscribers, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. This is my second channel. My first channel got up to 10,000 subs, and I lost it all. You guys know what happened with that channel. I've basically got back to 10,000 again and then got another 10,000. So technically I should be at 30, but beggars can't be choosy. I'm happy just regardless to be having like that. I'm pretty happy with the way people receive me on Twitch too, so thank you for that. And just you guys have been just really supportive, and the people who are coming in for the contest, like the giveaway, first time it was like 90 people, second time is 120. We already passed 120 now on the new contest for the third week of it. So you guys are doing your thing. Like, I have no problem giving you guys free things. Like, I haven't provided to me for this specific reason, but a lot of the time I just didn't have time or a proper way to actually give out these particular games. Now it's pretty much I have a company taking care of it, so I really don't have to do much other than get you guys to sign up, and you're doing it. So props, thank you for the people who will sign up. Congrats to the winners, and congrats to the future people winning. Alright, so MMO show. The reason why I have to do this a little bit differently this time is because I haven't done it in a while, and it's going to be a little bit different than the way it was in the past. The MMO show now is going to be me starting out pretty much the same way that you just heard. We're going to say thanks and everything else, tell you about what's going on in the topic, which I'm about to go into, and after that we're going to go into friends and family, which is what I usually do to actually shout out people who I think are good content creators and maybe people who are in my bracket. MMO, there's not too many MMO YouTubers left. I can say we have like 10, to be honest with you. I'm sorry if I'm not getting everybody when I say 10, but I really do think there's like 10 of us, to be honest. So, and that's for the big channels like Free MMO Station, we have MMO Byte, we have MMO.com, we have Favor, we have Bricky Orchard, we have see, I'm starting to even forget. I don't know if FG still does MMOs, but I guess he kind of counts with it too. And like we have, there's not a lot, guys. It's just not a lot. So I'm gonna start by shouting out different people, and you'll see how it is. All right. So the topic for this week is basically your home MMO, and does that even exist anymore? I don't really know, to be honest with you guys. There's a lot of things that I used to like in gaming, and I think the problem that is the biggest issue with all of us is that we don't have any social interaction anymore with these games. A lot of them is all on rails. Rift, WoW, Blade and Soul, Black Desert, Star Wars, The Old Republic, Final Fantasy 14, all these games, Secret World, all these games are on rails now. Like, we don't really have to rely on social interaction that much anymore. If you want to get supreme in-game, like hard modes and everything else, then you will need to a guild or something like that. But for everything else in the game nowadays, you don't need to interact with anybody. You could straight up play with 9 other bots, and people be just fine with that. And that's kind of what's killing the in-game, not in-game, well, the home feeling. You don't really feel like you belong anywhere because you don't have to interact with anybody anymore. And does that, like, I don't know necessarily if that's a bad thing for the gaming community, but I think it's a bad thing as far as when we just don't feel like we belong anything like anymore. There's no loyalty. There's no reason to come back to a game because it's like you're coming back to bots. You're coming back to a system. And we're not loyal to a system because a system doesn't actually exist. It has no soul. So there's no reason for us to come back to a system if we don't feel like coming back to it. It's not like the system is just going to be like, hey, we missed you. It's not. It's just going to keep going. It's going to play with the next game or the next player that comes along. So with that all in said, let's look at things. All right, we'll take Black Desert for instance. Black Desert, you essentially can play all the way up until level 63, which I think 63 or 64 is the highest level you can get right now, and you never have to talk to a single soul, not one. You don't have to talk to anybody. You want to fish all day, you want to grind all day, you don't have to interact with anybody. Even raiding, you don't have to interact with anybody. You can go on Discord and straight up play, like just go on Discord, wait for a boss to come up on the raid Discord for Black Desert, and you never have to speak to anybody. You just show up, and other people show up with you, and you all high five, and you kill the boss, and then you go about your business. You don't even have to say a word to anybody other than GG, WP, well played, and be out. That's it. That's how gaming is now. The same thing with Rift. I came back to Rift. You guys see me actually playing now. I'm up to level 35 or 36 now in Rift, and I haven't met a single person. And I'm very friendly in games. People recognize me, and I talk to people all the time, but I have not met an actual single person. As far as long lasting, we come into dungeons, we do our thing, we win. Maybe somebody's bad, we try to carry them through them, or maybe we have to just get them out the dungeon, or even try to help them understand the game. But you never truly, like, it's never like, hey, I'm Scion, like, you want to play a little bit after this? It's none of that. It's none of that anymore. It used to be like that, but it's not like that anymore now. There's no reason to actually get to know anybody, and it's unfortunate because that's kind of what made these games fun. You were meeting people from all over the world, you were interacting with people from all over the world, and you just came together and you just had fun. It was just like a nice feeling. Everybody was just all together. There was no animosity towards anybody, well, sometime, but it was just at a point where you was like, hey man, you know, like I like how you did that DPS right there. You a good tank. Your heals is on point. You got, what macros do you use? This is none of that stuff anymore. And what an MMO company needs to do if they ever watch this video is you need to find a way. You can keep things on rails, but you need to find a way for the social interaction to actually mean something again. And you will have a point where people will want to come back to your game, because there is no game right now that does that. There's good games. I'm not saying any of these games are bad. That's not what I'm here to say. I'm saying there is no need for social interaction in any of them. And that's the flaw right now in MMO. That's where it went wrong. That's why it's where it's at right now. It's because it's like the human factor was taken out, and we're all like bots running around doing the same damn thing. Some games even give you, like, to the point like what WoW did. They took away majority of all your character class customization. Okay, we have relics, and you can customize your relics, but your actual classes, everybody's doing the goddamn same thing. Everybody has the same damn build, except for variations and whatever you did with your legendary relics. That's like the only difference. That ain't fun. It's not. It's really not. Black Desert might be one of the last ones left that has the variation on that. Rift still has this variation. Even that got a little bit watered down. Terra has just always been Terra. I don't even count that, to be honest with you. Black Desert streamlined itself. We didn't even talk about what Skyforge did. Skyforge gutted it all the way across, said, this is an arcade game. We don't care about what your builds was. Play this right here. That's why you never see me do Skyforge anymore. That hurts my feelings, because as a game, I love Skyforge. But when they did that, I was like, bro, I'm out. I can't. I don't know what Mai is doing right now. You in my home state of New York, and you on some bullshit right now. I can't. I'm done. At this point, what I would like is a company just to come through and say, hey, you know what? Let's make it more about the people. Let's make it more about the human interaction. Let's make people rally together and have some fun in gaming again, and not just all have their hands held. Like, because that's what it really is right now. It's a whole bunch of hand holding. Like, and you don't need to treat the public like they're stupid. And I think that's what's going on right now. There's people complain so much about things not being streamlined that they got to the point where companies across the board said, okay, you know what? We're just going to hold your hand through everything. You don't need to know what a build is. You don't need to know how to move out of fire. You don't need to know how to get together and have some social interaction and talk to people and make a damn guild or group or raid or anything else. We're going to do all that for you. And you just log on, don't think, and just push a button and shoot at something. And That's where MMO went wrong. Right there. That's why we're at this point right now where people are just like jaded, don't want to even talk. You can't even mention Black Desert without somebody get triggered, or Arcades without somebody get triggered talking about pay to win and crying and everything else. Even when the companies try to go back and fix it and say, okay, here's a normal server, you can play vanilla, you don't have anything, people still complaining. Oh my God, because they were pay to win, now they're trying to get money. Whoa, my phone just went nuts. Anyway. Now they're trying to get money and tripping out and everything else. And like, I don't know, what do you want the company to do now? You were complaining when it was pay to win. Now you're complaining that it's pay to play. That's what they're doing in the Rift right now. That's what they do. Like, if you look on MMO site, look at some of my Rift posts, there is a moron complaining on the Rift post because he's like, they were just now like all this pay to win, now they want a cash grab. And how do I don't understand how a freaking vanilla start over server is a cash grab, because they said, okay, you know what, people don't like it, let's do this over here. It's a success. You can't pay to win. You can't do, I don't understand. It's like you want the game to die because you mad because they made some choices you didn't like. And so you're fixed to all that as the game should just go away and die because you're mad. Like, I don't understand how people feel that they are that entitled that a game must die because they didn't like something that happened. You're telling people just to be fired because you're mad. Like, life don't work like that. Stuff don't just vanish because you want it to vanish. I don't know, guys. That's my topic for this week. I hope you guys understood where I'm coming from. There needs to be a home game again. And people need to stop freaking out and texting me. I already know who it is, but whatever. I'll deal with that later. Now is the point where we talk about friends and family, where I'm going to talk about two people in general who are pretty cool with me. I like supporting them. I feel that they need to be supported because they do good work. Very first person is my homie Nolay. You probably see him sometimes in my streams, sometimes on my channel, comment section, everything else. And the icon that is now on my YouTube and on my Discord icon, he made that chibi. He is an excellent artist, and if you need art or you need anything for Twitch or something like that, I highly suggest you give him a shot because he does good work. You can look at the icon, you can look at his work. I'm gonna put things up on the screen, or probably already am, and you're just gonna get his body of work and how he does things. And I just personally feel that you guys should definitely check him out. You know, it's Nolay on Twitch. It's gonna be the link in the description. And shout him out. He also has a YouTube. I'll probably throw that in the description too. So I just feel that you should definitely check him. Now the next person I like to shout out is MisaGlitch over on Twitch. She is an IRL cooking gaming streamer. She's very good, high energy, very beautiful, and she just is doing her thing over there. I like to give her a definite shout out so you guys can help her out. She's on her partnership push on Twitch. She's doing good. Just like to give her a little bump, a little push, because, you know, everybody needs a little bit help nowadays, and I feel that, you know, the legends could come through and help her out. So definitely the link is going to be in the description. Give her a like, well, not even a like, give her a follow. If you like the content, stick around, you know, watch her. Her community is growing, it's getting larger and larger, and I'm just trying to help her out and add to it. So other than that, that's all I got for you guys this week. Let me know if you like the new way that I'm doing the MMO show. I thought about it for a little while, and that's why it's such a gap in between it, because I was like, what do I really want to do with this show? So I wanted to make it more personal so I can actually talk about things a little bit more, because we all know MMO news is slow. So I want to make it more about you guys and personal with the people, more so than the news. And when the news comes, then we'll talk about the news when there's something to actually talk about. But really right now, there's not much to really talk about. So I will catch you guys next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching all of these MMO shows. It's been like 5 years of this, so peace.